Sit back and relax as we take a fresh look at the Smith & Wesson folding pistol carbine chambered in .22 long rifle. Our longtime viewers will recognize this rifle from previous video, the good, the bad, and the foldy, where we covered the details of the rifle, various pros and cons we found, and gave our first impressions of it. For our newer viewers and those who haven't watched our previous video on this rifle yet, the Smith & Wesson folding pistol carbine is a semi-automatic, straight blowback operated rifle chambered in .22 long rifle. This rifle has a 16 1/4 inch threaded barrel. It is optics ready, aka it has no iron sights. The main selling point is that it folds in half where the barrel meets the action for easy storage and transport. In our previous video on this rifle, our overall thoughts were that it's a fun rifle, but it's relying on that folding gimmick when competing for consumers, and then outside the folding feature, it doesn't do anything to set itself apart from the big two, the 1022 and the 1522. So what, if anything, has changed from that first video? Before we dive into the deep end, let's first head to the beautiful Banner shooting range and see this folding pistol carbine in action against some steel gongs. Let's get to it. I'm just going to try to shoot some of these gongs out there. Okay, so can we hit the 1 foot by 1 foot square survey says? If the rifle goes off. Okay, we can. What about the little, we're going to say 4-inch circle that's about 10 feet to the left? I'm going to do another, I don't know, 9 or 10 shots or so. Let's do that left silhouette, the far left at 50. Okay, let's go for those. I'm going to say 3-inch circle targets in the middle. I'm going to start at the bottom one in the center. Okay, what about the 1 inch or 1.5 to the right? Ooh, look at that. Bullseye. Hard to complain about that. You could try. It won't work. Random targets out there. We'll finish the last 15 of the day. Can we hit them with no magnifier? It doesn't appear so. Haha, got it. Not bad. Hard to complain about that when the wind is gusting to 40. Just as with our first video, the folding pistol carbine remains incredibly fun to shoot. In addition to being fun to shoot, like many .22 rimfire rifles, it's accurate and precise. Take this target for example. Ignore the point of impact being off, that's my sight being off, and not on the rifle. Tossing out a wind flyer, Our 3-inch target at 50 yards has a half-inch group that is almost completely covered by a quarter. That's in winds of 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting to 40. It's hard for me to complain about that. You may have noticed once or twice today I had failures to feed or fire. I'm to the point where I'm tempted to say this rifle is not quite as reliable as my 1022. It's certainly to the point where it needs a good cleaning, beyond just, say, a bore snake and a shot of the old rem oil. Besides the failure to fire and feed that happen about once every magazine or 3, I've started to have issues where it's not stripping the last round off of magazine reliably. You end up then pulling a trigger on an empty chamber with a round still in the magazine. This rifle mostly needs a good cleaning. It's just not a couple hundred rounds dirty. It's more like 1,000 rounds dirty. I knew when I purchased the FPC and 22 long rifle that it would be convenient and easy to grab and toss in the truck for random plinking sessions, but what I didn't expect was how convenient and easy it would be. When you're a firearms journalist, there are firearms you're shooting while working on a piece, and then there's what you're shooting for fun. This FPC 22 has ended up being, well, one of the ones I shoot for fun quite often at this point. My 1522 pistol previously occupied that role, but the combination of folding in half into a size that fits with my range bag or camera bag, along with having 3 magazines of ammo ready to go in that small package, make it the most convenient 22 rifle I have for random grab-and-go plinking. I shoot at least a magazine or 3 through this rifle every week, and more often, quite a bit more. I really underestimated the convenience of that folding feature in our first video, and how it would impact my choice of grab-and-go plinking rifle. But other than that, I still say the rifle sits mostly in that range toy bucket. Will people use it for small game hunting? Absolutely. It's more than capable of the job. For me, the sight rail and slight differences between the 22 version of the versions of the FPC can make it a little more challenging to find a scope that I like, for hunting anyway, but that's just me. But when it comes to fun, it's got fun covered in spades. In the next month or so, you'll see a zombie fun rifle video where we'll highlight some of the fun a little more. You can already see the preparations for that in the works. This rifle now has a red dot sight with the absurd quick magnifier, a flashlight, a laser sight. It's suppressor ready with a suppressor waiting, and it folds in half to become a package that can be practically appear from anywhere in the blink of an eye. There were people who commented on the good, the bad, and the foldy and said that folding gimmick alone would be enough, and at least for me, they proved to be correct. I can't speak for the masses, obviously, but for me, the convenience of that fold feature is enough to where it gets more range time than both my 1022 and 1522, and it's not close at this point. I knew it would be a fun rifle, but I didn't expect it to be the one of the 3 I grab most often. Never mind my now even more neglected bolt, lever, revolver, and pump action rimfire rifles. Fun, not just good enough in the case of the 22 FPC, it's more than good enough. So what's your choice as far as the for funsies 22 rifle? Is a precision bolt action rifle your thing? Or maybe a tricked out anti-zombie 1022, or in this case, folding pistol carbine? Let us know in the comments. And do you keep it simple and go with iron sights, or a simple scope? Or do you max out the special effects budget to have a scope capable of Z-raying transformers on the dark side of the moon? Let us know in the comments. Well, anyway, that seems like the perfect spot to end today's video. If you enjoyed today's presentation and like it, share it with your friends and family, maybe drop a comment on there. Those things are free, and they really help the channel greatly. If you'd like to help us make more of these videos in the future, look into becoming a member. Fred and I really appreciate you getting this far. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a nice night.
Now I'm going to need all of you in the Bacon Nation to have a seat right over there.
Oh, God. Did I get it? Yeah. 10 yards.
I'm thankful for you. I appreciate everything you do. So stay safe, stay healthy. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you on the TV. And, take care of Fred and Corey when you can. You know what he likes.